Today, we're talking about one of my favorite tools in the no-code automation space. It's called Make.com. And if you've ever wished there was a way to make your apps talk to each other automatically without writing a single line of code, this is what you've been looking for. By the end of this video, you're going to understand what Make.com is, how it works, and you're going to build your first automation from scratch. Let's get into it. The problem Make.com solves. Here's a situation that a lot of small business owners run into. You've got 5, 6, maybe 7 different apps running your business. There's your email, there's your project management tool, there's your CRM, maybe Google Sheets where you track things, maybe a form tool, maybe an invoicing system, and none of them talk to each other. So every day you're copying and pasting, moving data from one app into another, updating spreadsheets manually, checking one tool, then checking another, trying to keep everything in sync. That's not running a business, that's data entry, and it's costing you hours every week. Make.com solves this. It connects your apps and automates the repetitive tasks that happen between them. You define the rules once, and it runs on its own. So what is Make.com? Make.com is a visual automation platform. It lets you connect apps and build automated workflows without writing code. It used to be called Integromat, which is why some older tutorials use that name. It rebranded to Make.com a few years ago. Here's a simple version of how it works. Something happens in one app, that triggers Make.com. Make.com then does something in another app, or multiple other apps, in a specific order, with rules and conditions you set. For example, someone fills out a form on your website. That triggers Make.com. Make.com adds them to your CRM, sends them a welcome email, creates a row in your Google Sheet for tracking, and sends you a Slack notification. All automatically, all at the same time. It's called a scenario in Make.com. It's their word for a workflow. Make.com connects to over 3,000 apps. Google Workspace, Slack, Shopify, HubSpot, Airtable, Notion, MailChimp, Typeform, Stripe, and thousands more. If you use it in your business, there's a good chance Make.com can connect to it. Make.com versus Zapier. Now you've probably heard of Zapier, which does something similar. A few things worth knowing about how they differ. Make.com tends to be cheaper. The free plan on Make.com includes 1,000 operations per month with up to 2 active scenarios. That's genuinely useful for getting started. When you move to the paid plan, the core plan starts at around $12 per month if you pay annually, or $16 per month if you pay monthly. Make.com is also more visual. Everything is built on a canvas where you can see your entire workflow laid out as a diagram. You can see data flowing from one step to the next when you test it. For most people, that visual approach makes it a lot easier to understand what's happening and to debug issues. The trade-off is that Make.com has a slightly steeper learning curve than Zapier for the very first scenario. But once it clicks, it's faster to build more complex automations. For this tutorial, you can start on the free plan. We've got a link for you down in the description to get started. Key concepts to know first. Before we build something, let me walk you through the 3 concepts that will make everything make sense. Scenarios. A scenario is what Make.com calls a complete automation. It's the full workflow from trigger to finish. You'll hear this word constantly. Modules. Inside a scenario, each step is called a module. A module is either a trigger, which starts the scenario, or an action, which does something after the trigger. Every app you connect is represented as a module on your canvas. Operations. An operation is one action performed by Make.com. Every time a module runs, it's counted as an operation. Building your first scenario. All right, let's build something real here. We're going to set up a scenario that automatically saves a Google Form submission to a Google Sheet. This is one of the most practical automations for a small business. If you're collecting information through forms, leads, orders, applications, feedback, this keeps it all organized automatically without you copying anything manually. Here's step-by-step how to do it. Step 1, sign up and log in. Go to Make.com using the link in the description and create your free account. No credit card required. Once you're in, you'll land on the dashboard. Step 2, create a new scenario. Click the Create a New Scenario button. You'll land on the canvas. It's blank white space where your automation will live. In the center, there's a circle with a plus icon. That's where you'll add your first module. So it's clear, we got this Create Scenario button up here. We'll go ahead and click on that now. Step 3, set your trigger. So go ahead here, click on this. We'll select Google Sheets and we'll click on Watch New Rows. So go ahead and click on Create Connection and we'll sign in with Google. So go ahead and find our spreadsheet. We'll select it right there and we'll click Save. Step 4, add your action. Click the plus icon that appears to the right of your trigger module. Search for Gmail or Slack or whatever you want to notify you when a new response comes in. So go ahead, click this plus sign here. We'll click Add Module. We'll search for Gmail and we'll select Send an Email. We'll create the connection, sign in with Google. We'll go with Subject, New Form, Body Type, Collection of Contents, Map this. We'll go Watch New Row and Save. We'll type to ourselves here. Paste that in there and click save. Step 5, test it. First things first, we'll go ahead and publish this and we'll go ahead and fill out our form. We'll type in Eric Hunsker and click submit. So go ahead and click run once, and there we go. Now we have it set up. So obviously I can format this a little bit better, but I went ahead and pulled all that information and sent us an email. Step 6, turn it on. Now, once the test works, flip the toggle in the bottom left from off to on. Now your scenario is live. Every new form submission will trigger it automatically. Now that took about 10 minutes max, and you never have to manually check that form again. 3 more automations worth building. Now, once you've got the basics down, here are 3 scenarios that most small businesses find immediately valuable. Automation 1. New lead to CRM plus notification. So for here, the trigger is a new form submission. The actions are to create a contact in your CRM, add them to a tag or pipeline, and send yourself a Slack or email notification. This is the backbone of any lead capture system. Every new lead gets logged automatically and you get notified instantly. Automation 2, invoice paid to project kickoff. The trigger is a payment marked as paid in Stripe or whatever you use for invoicing. The actions are to create a new project in Asana or Notion or ClickUp and send the client a welcome email with onboarding details and notify your team in Slack. The moment someone pays, their project setup starts automatically. Automation 3, new email with keyword to task. The trigger is a new email in Gmail that contains a specific word in the subject line, maybe urgent or a client's name. The action is to create a task in your project management tool with the email details, so nothing important ever gets lost in your inbox. Each of these takes between 15 and 30 minutes to build the first time. After that, they run forever without you touching them. What to automate first? I want to give you a practical answer to the question most beginners have. Where do I even start? Look at your week and ask yourself, what am I doing manually right now that happens the same way every single time? If the answer is something like I copy form submissions into a spreadsheet, or I send the same welcome email every time someone signs up, or I manually create a task when a client emails me something, those are your first automations. Start with one, build it, watch it run, and then find the next one. Most small business owners who get comfortable with Make.com end up saving 5 to 10 hours a week once they've built out 5 or 6 scenarios. That's time back in your week to do work that actually needs a human. So Make.com is one of the tools that feels a little technical the first time you look at it, and then clicks into place once you build your first scenario. Once you understand triggers, modules, and operations, you can automate almost anything that moves between apps. So here's what to do next. Go sign up for the free plan. Come back to step 3 in this video and build the Google Form to Google Sheets scenario. That's your starting point. Once that's running and you see what it looks like to have Make.com handling something automatically for you, you'll know exactly what to build next. So make sure to like and subscribe if you want more tutorials like this. We put out practical step-by-step videos for building a real business every week. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you here in the next video.